When a major new find is made in human evolution or even a minor new find, it's common to claim it overturns all previous notions of our ancestry. Perhaps having learned from past mistakes, Bugger doesn't make such assertions for homonality, at least not yet, with its place in time uncertain. He doesn't claim he has found the earliest Homo, or that his fossils return the title of a cradle of humankind from East to South Africa. The fossils do suggest, however, that both regions and everywhere in between may harbor clues to a story that is more complicated than the metaphor human family tree would suggest. What Naledi says to me is that you may think the record is complete enough to make up stories, and it's not, said Stony Brook's Fred Green. Maybe early species of Homo emerged in South Africa and then moved up to East Africa, or maybe it's the other way around. Bugger himself thinks the right metaphor for human evolution, instead of a tree branching from a single root, is a braided stream, a river that divides into channels only to merge again downstream. Similarly, the various hominin types that inhabited the landscapes of Africa must at some point have diverged from a common ancestor. But then farther down the river over time they may have coalesced again, so that we, at the river's mouth, carry in us today a bit of East Africa, a bit of South Africa, and a whole lot of history we have no notion of whatsoever. Because one thing is for sure, if we learned about a completely new form of hominin only because a couple of cavers were skinny enough to fit through a crack in a well-explored South African cave, we really don't have a clue what else might be out there. Video: Meet the Cave Woman. Out of 60 applicants, 6 intrepid women were picked to explore the Dinality Chamber, a job that gives the new meaning to working in cramped quarters. Go to ngm.com/more. From Ape to Human, Dawn of Humanity, a 2-hour National Geographic/Nova special, chronicles the discovery of homonality. Tune in to your PBS station September 16 at 9 p.m. ET. The foot of each naledi is astonishingly human-like. Only a few traits, such as slightly more curved toe bones, retain a primitive cast. This is essentially the foot of a modern human, but subtly different, says paleontologist Will Harcourt/Barsmith. While the heart of Sweden, in the rugged, remote slender of Laponia, visitors are on their own. Veiled in melting snow and ice, Laponia warms in the summer, inviting city dwellers to venture above the Arctic Circle and experience the area's splendid solitude. Tangled strands of the Rapa River flow below the slopes of Sarek National Park, one of 6 reserves that make up Sweden's Laponian Area World Heritage Site. Staggered by snow, Norway spruces bend with the weather. Solitude and spectacle, that's the essence of essence of Laponia, says John Yusi, a writer from the town of Jokbok. By Dumbbelt. Photographs by Osoya Harburg and Erlander Harburg. Not so long ago, just a few days perhaps, the icy water sluicing around my bare legs was the snow on a rocky mountain top in northern Sweden, 100 miles above the Arctic Circle. Once that snow melted, it joined the Rapa River, which surges through the heart of Laponia, a 3,630 square mile primordial landscape of mountains, lakes, and boulder-strewn valleys that is both a sublime natural wonder and one of the largest wilderness areas in Europe, embracing 4 Swedish national parks: Pegelanta, Stora Sjöfallet, Mudus, and Sarek, and 2 nature reserves that together were declared a World Heritage Site in 1996. Laponia today provides a vast refuge for wildlife and sanctuary for tech-frazzled human beings, the modern European equivalent of a restorative visit to the Pleistocene. Laponia is a diverse heritage site with natural and cultural significance and includes communities of the Sami people, once known as Lapps, who've roamed these northern latitudes for millennia. Yet many people believe that Laponia's still point, its essence, is found right where I'm standing, in the valley of the Repa River in Sarek National Park, one of the most remote places on the continent. There are no roads here, no tire tracks, no bridges, which is why my 2 hiking companions, 1 woman, 1 man, and I are knee-deep in rushing water with our pants rolled up and our boots tied together and slung around our necks, balanced precariously on smooth stones as large and slippery as eggplants. Our barefoot trio, hobbit-like, is fording the Repa with 50 pounds of weight on our backs. 70 pounds, Christian, our Swedish guide, corrects me. That's how much he's carrying on his back. I'm the one carrying 50. Actually, your pack is closer to 45, he says.